welcome to today's video. Neil and I are back. We are doing part four of Yoseka's 2023 holiday gift guide.
Wow.
And today's video is a gift guide for the ink-obsessed people in your life.
Wow.
Yeah, this is becoming more and more of a category in the last few years because ink, like fountain pen ink, has really there's been an explosion in fountain pen inks, don't you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, like just in the past few years, we've seen so many new ink companies coming out, like lots of smaller companies making ink, and then all of these like things to do with your ink as well. People are starting to think about. A lot of people are getting into ink swatching.
Right.
So there's all of these fun things. Now, if you guys missed the first 3 videos, this gift guide is based off of our blog post that we wrote up for the holidays with a suggestion of different gifts for different types of stationery lovers in your life. So there's part 1 that we did on the general stationery lover, part 2 was on the fountain pen collector, part 3 was notebooks.
Yeah.
So today's part 4 is going to be all about ink.
Inks.
I am personally pretty into inks.
Nice.
I think inks are like one of the areas that makes fountain pen using like so fun.
Yeah.
So it's one that's really close to my heart. And once again, Neil does not really know what's on the list here, so we'll get his reaction.
I can see because
yeah, I know
some
they're
of
right. I
things
know
are
they're
quite
right here.
big.
They're not like surprises at this point, but you didn't like approve of the list before I like published the blog post. So we'll see what you think.
Okay.
Anyway, so kicking it off with number 1, I'm gonna start right here with this big purple thing on the table in front of us. This thing is the Diamine Inkvent calendar for 2023. It's quite large. You can see here it's between me and Neil, and it is a nicely packaged Advent calendar. You get to open 1 ink window per day leading up to Christmas. And then the
25. Yeah, they 25. Yeah.
25.
We were just talking about this because Daisy also has another.
I have another Advent calendar of chocolate.
And then we were like, where's 25?
I couldn't find the 25, and I don't know if it's like I still
24.
can't find it or if there's really just 24. But I'll show you guys what the Inkvent calendar looks like. It's really cute. This year's color is purple.
Yeah.
They do one every year at Diamine, and they've done different colors. And yeah, this is like the 4th or 5th consecutive year that they've done one.
Right. Purple because the last one will be purple. Oh.
I didn't know that.
Is that not what it is?
Wait. Really?
I think that's what it is. I mean, I don't know the
Is
list.
it like that every year?
If I remember correctly.
Oh, I had no idea.
All right, I may be wrong.
So today we're shooting this and it's already begun. So, you know, it's not too late though to gift it to any of the ink obsessed people in your life. And I'll open the first window just to show you guys what it's like because we've already passed it. This is number 1 here, as you can see. And you just kind of like punch out the perforation like that. And then pop open.
They always have very festive name.
Yeah, so this one, this is a look at this year's, the first ink that you get, Fortune's Gold, and we may swatch it later on. But you get 25 days of inks, basically, so it's like a little fun thing to look forward to every day. And yeah, it's something that like our whole team loves to do together.
Yeah, it's kind of fun to look at it, you know, every day, break it up. A fun story, the first year we started doing this, maybe the second year.
No, yeah, it was like the second year, third year.
Second year. The inside that we received, the one that we tried out, was put upside down.
It was swapped. The inside, like the shell, or like the plastic clamshell that these come in, it was swapped.
Yeah, it was upside
so
down.
our days were all wrong.
Right, and then we were revealing the wrong days on Instagram.
Yeah, and I don't know how we found out, but like somebody must have told us like this is wrong, you guys. So we just revealed the first day, but you guys can reveal the rest of the 24 days as you go, and that's our pick. That's number 1 pick for the ink obsessed friend or family member in your life to gift them this Diamine Inkvent calendar. Yeah. It's called Inkvent. It's a pun. So cute. So delightful. Okay. Next up on the list, Ink Institute's Jadeite ink. This is an ink that's in Ink Institute's premium Sheen line. And this is the bottle here for anybody who hasn't seen it. It's a really nice bottle. And I feel like it's one of like the easiest bottles to fill out of, in my opinion.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like it's very a practical shape to fill out of. You know, it has a nice round base. It's like the same width all around, so it doesn't like have any risk of toppling over. For those of you who don't know what Sheen is a quality of fountain pen inks that when it dries, the ink actually appears to be metallic and reflects back like almost a different color, so almost like you're using like a metallic gel pen or something. So this Jadeite ink dries green, and then it also sheens red. So it has some elements of red in it. And we'll put a little swatch of it here for you guys to see the full effect of the sheen when it dries. Yeah, so this is my next pick for ink lovers. I think that everybody should try this ink. It's really beautiful, and I think that whether you are somebody who likes like lighter colors or darker colors, this will probably please you. That's my pick. Okay. Next up on the list, we have something that we talked about we touched upon in a previous gift guide video. It was actually the fountain pen collector video. Do you want to tell everybody about these pens, Neil?
Oh, my turn?
Yeah, your turn.
These are Hocoro.
Why are they so great for ink lovers?
You can hide the pen unit in here so that you can carry them around. And then you can flip them, you can interchange the nib to different sizes to test out different inks.
Right.
Yeah.
So my pick for the actual ink obsessed is actually the Fude nib, which is the yellow one here.
Okay.
The Fude nib, you can see here, it's hidden into the barrel, so it's like the capped version. But if you uncap it like that, you have to just reinsert it, click it in. And the Fude nib, you can see, is actually a bent nib. Fude in Japanese means brush. So this nib it's upturned like that in order to mimic brush strokes, like you're doing calligraphy with the brush. And this one is particularly good for ink swatching because you can swatch like on the thick base here of that upturned angle and basically get like a really thick brush stroke, which is great for showing off certain aspects of ink, like if your ink is a sheening ink or if it's a shading ink or whatever it is. So this is my pick for ink obsessed.
Yeah, I like that it's so available on this pen because it started from Sailor's specialty nib. Right. And then they have it in another pen called Fude Diamine. Right. That one comes directly with this nib. Now it's like a spare nib that you can just interchange. So you have fine nib, you have medium nib now. Right. And then you have a stub 1.0, 2.0, and this one is Fude. I think the most interesting part is the feed though. Right, okay. So Neil saying feed. Do you want to talk about the feed? It's here. Sure, let's compare this two. Oh, okay. This one on the left is without the feed. And this one with the yellow is with the feed. Right. So this feed actually is sold separately. You can take this feed and insert it to this fine nib, for example. The feed holds a lot more ink and it allows you to write a lot longer. Yes. Yeah. Did you try it out? Okay, no, but the coolest thing... Yeah? Okay. What's the coolest thing? Because fountain pens come with feeds. Feeds are not like a new concept. Okay. All right. But the coolest thing about the Hocoro feed is that you can clean it really easily just by swishing it in a jar of water, whereas a regular feed, which you've probably seen if you've written with a fountain pen before, has this like the little fins on it.
And those actually make it so that the ink really flows well to your nib, but they make it really hard to clean out your fountain pen.
Yeah.
So if you've ever been cleaning out your fountain pen and you just rinse water through and there's like more and more ink coming out, it's because there's so much ink being held in the feed. But with this feed, they've constructed it in a way that it is really easy to clean out just by swishing around. So I think that's the coolest part. Yeah, that's my favorite part of the feed.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
I think this is the top one stationery item this year.
Okay, so we don't need to do that other video. What you do? Okay. Yeah, so this is really cool. You can tell Neil and I are
so much to talk about.
So much to talk about in this one little pen. And yeah, you should gift it to the person in your life who has like 20 bottles of ink that you know like they're not going to use all of those bottles of ink up, but they still want more. Yeah, they'll appreciate this.
And it's Sailor, so they came out with like a different body, like the transparent.
They have like lots of cute bodies coming out, limited sets, new inks, all of this stuff.
So it's quite genius coming from Sailor, because then this year they started coming out with the ink that with heavier sheening. And they make sets with these pens to go with swatching them.
Yes,
so,
it's a whole thing.
It's a whole thing.
Next up on the list, we have, wait, is it the last thing?
The last thing already?
Yeah.
This is a short list.
Yeah, that's why.
Okay.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay, last up on the list, we have these cards. Neil is showing you guys these Nouto cards.
There you go.
So Nouto cards look like this when you first get them. And what you're supposed to do, it's like an interactive postcard. You're meant to swatch an ink color over the card. And as you swatch out the ink color, the design appears. So this white card, as you brush an ink color over it, it actually would turn into these depending on what ink color you choose. So if you choose like this exact ink color, it would look like this. If you choose red or yellow or whatever.
Or you can mix them, multiple colors.
You can mix multiple colors as well to create like a gradient. So it's really cool, and it's one of those really great ways of using an ink and organizing your ink collection. So they have even things like this. It's a color card for people who want to swatch out their entire ink collection. They can create these cards for their entire ink collection. So I'm going to show you guys. This one is actually a design that we collabed with Nouto on. Designed by May, based off of our holiday postcard that she designed for us. And I'm just going to be using the Fortune's Gold little bottle because that looks fun. It just arrived yesterday. So this Nouto card just arrived yesterday. We just announced it, so it's a little bit of a surprise. And don't be too mad at us, because I know we said we did our last collab with the Traveler's Refill, but this one was a surprise to us too.
I was very surprised Nouto can make it so fast.
So fast! Yes. So I'm gonna swatch it with this little bottle, and I'm actually just using a water brush here. I'm gonna dip in. I'm going to dip in, and ooh, wow.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, I can get I can get real OCD about coloring in all those colors, but I'll stop right here. You lost me for a second. I went somewhere else. I'm back. Okay, so as you can see, that's kind of like how the Nouto cards work. As you brush over the colors, the design comes out.
Yeah.
Ooh. This one's just curling up on me a little bit because it is a little bit wet, but that is the finished design. Yeah. That's how it works, and I think that like whoever has a lot of ink bottles in their life would have a lot of fun with these Nouto cards.
Right. It kind of goes with a lot of inks that are being made in the last few years. Mm-hmm. These are very fun ways to swatch them, and more creative way to see the colors.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so what do you think of my list?
I think it's great.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, great. Okay.
I think it's fun. It's fun list. Yeah.
It's a fun list because ink is fun.
Yeah.
Ink is just so fun.
Yeah.
I always warn people in the store when they're like headed towards our ink wall to be careful.
Yeah, people spend hours on it.
It's once you get one bottle, it's hard to stop. It's a lot of fun.
I don't even think we have our collection is not that big.
It's not complete in store.
Yeah, we do have like a lot of inks. And then there's more inks that we didn't bring out.
Right, yeah.
And then there are more inks in the world that
Yeah.
Yeah. I think and people are having a great time with them.
Yes. All right, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video.
Yeah.
If you don't know about fountain pen ink, then welcome to the world. Be sure to watch our fountain pen ink explained video.
Right.
And I hope this gave you some ideas on what to gift the fountain pen ink obsessed person in your life. Happy holidays to you guys, and thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you had fun.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.